Eden's here, KLF. Now that we've crossed February 1st, and of course, as we discussed last week, that's a critical date as it relates to the potential for lightening of the freeze on all HHS communications that's happened across all the federal agencies that, of course, are very important and key to the work we do in clinical trials. So now we're at February 3rd. We haven't, over the weekend, experienced a vast release of the freeze on communications. And that doesn't mean we know the inner workings of the administration or what their plan is. It's simply that we remain no news at this point in time. I'm starting to see that I think is really critical as a piece of advice for those of you who are in regulatory and research compliance at this time, is that given we have a lack of communication other than essential communications happening across many of the federal agencies that we are very used to working with, seeking approvals from, reporting to, seeking guidance from, etc., what I'm starting to see is that in the absence of communication, certain federal agencies are attempting to communicate on behalf of other federal agencies. And while I believe this is very well intentioned, unfortunately, what I also see happening is that I have clients or individuals who are saying, look, I'm not sure if I should report this to agency A, B, or C right now, and I can't seek their guidance, but another agency told me I don't have to report this, or another agency told me I could report this later, but not actually the governing agency for that particular issue, because maybe that agency is entirely on a freeze. Please, please, please be mindful of where you're getting your advice. And please, please, please know that even in the absence of communication, we have not been given a directive that says that federal agencies can speak for one another. Rather, quite the opposite. So just because one agency speaks for another and says, I presume or I believe this other agency would want you to do something, that does not guarantee that you're in compliance if you do it the way that agency says. This is a very difficult situation right now. Obviously, if there's anything related to patient safety or immediate harm, you should take the necessary clinical actions for safety and report them afterwards to the appropriate bodies. But if it is anything proactive that you are able to wait and seek more guidance on, I would do so at this time with the understanding that we may have a lift on these communications soon. Please stay tuned to KLF for more updates.
Call, click, or email.